Caoimhe agus fáilte arás go dtí ceolalas cos. Is me se Caoimhe Ní Mhaolagáin, I'm Caoimhe Ní Mhaolagáin, agus bheith me fearlumm cúpla céimeanna ó dósa nua aniu, a new dance. So mar a fecinn sibh an seo é mo scúb. So aniu, mátá se bhain an bud if we hear me dhéanamh, we'll be doing the brush dance, dósa na scúb atá an. So tá scúb agam, scúb in my love, this is an old broom. So for all the posh out there, you just need to get any scoop at all that you have for around the house, mum or dad's scoop, and that'll do the job. So for those in the scoop or for the brush dance, you can dance with the brush, leis on scoop, you dance timple air around the brush, and you also dance on your own as well, so you do a few steps that are kind of separate to the brush freshen. You can also do this as a group, not have to do of like group A, but a new Belmudge just a Jane of we're just doing it on our own. So we'll start off. Some of the Caoimhe that we do for those in scuba are steps that we've learned before. So if we remember the basic step, the sol, sol, bill, sol, sol, bill, sol, sol, bill, that comes into it. We've ucht, keen, dove, shoot. We also have our trasna, arash, sol, sol, bill, trasna, arash, sol, sol, bill. That's step. Kara or, that goes 4 times. We have our sol, ug, sparaki, sol, sparaki, sol, ug, sparaki. Lovely. And we also have a little variation to the shlouni, the slide step. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few steps today, nice and simple ones. We'll have a bit of fun with them. So what we'll start off with is, when we're starting off with this in the scuba, I want you to be a basic timple air and scuba around the brush. So the first one, we're going to go over our basic step again, because this is the most important step, being sé galore or Caoimhe on. So we have our sol, sol, bool, so the sol, remember where your sol is, and your baraki, and your bool is your staff. So we have our sol on the cos jazz, sol air and cos clay, bool. So we reach clay, sol, sol, bool, that's do, sol, sol, tree, sol, sol, catter, rash, sol, sol, cooing, sol, sol, shame, sol, sol, shop, oh, sol, sol, oh, very good. Okay, so that will be coming into nearly all of the Caoimhe that we'll be doing. So we'll be doing a mix of timple the scoob anew and on our own. So we start off with ucht keen, your sol, sol, bool. When we do the sol, sol, bool, I want you to timple air and scoop, timple air and scoop. Now tossing through the cos jazz on your right foot, you start off. And on Gaeltacht, when we're doing our sol, sol, bool, I want you to move around your scoop, but do not knock across the ground when we're going around the scoop. I want you fawn, so throw in a will too, stay in the direction that you're going, and you're going to keep facing that direction. So we've ucht keen, dove shoot, ucht keen. Now before you start, always remember also to do our little stretches. So we have them in the last few videos, so you can look over them nice and quickly. Anyone that plays GAA or sport or does any other type of activities, any stretches that you have, just make sure that your cussy, your feet and your grim are nice warmed up, especially your routine, your ankles, because we'll be using them an awful lot. Okay, so we'll be able to do timple air and scoop, tossing through the cuss jazz, right foot, hain, do, tree. Ug, sol, sol, bool, hain, sol, sol, bool, do, sol, sol, tree, sol, sol, catter, sol, sol, cooing, sol, sol, shay, sol, sol, shop, ug, sol, sol, eatoch. And keep an eye on your scoop like I was doing there, timple air, and also just make your way around to the end of the scoop, timple air and scoop. Okay, so when we get here, what we want to do is we want to take a rash air and scoop. So reach up key, sol, sol, hain, sol, sol, go, knock across the ground, don't turn your back, sol, sol, catter, sol, sol, bool, sol, sol, bool, flog, pinella, August, eatoch. So again, we're kind of at the end of the scoop again, the tail of the scoop, eatoch. So we've timple air, August, and rash. So we'll try that with the ceol these. again, if you're moving your way around the scoop and you get back a little bit early, so if I'm going around my scoop and I get back a little bit early and I'm on over a cougar shape, just stay where you are and you can dance on the spot. Okay? So Gaeltacht, so timple and scoop go or. Next we have a step that we've learned already, Caoimhe Ní Mhaolagáin, Trasna, Arís, Ceol, good. So as I spoke about, you'll be dancing a little bit on your own, separate to the scoop, and this is one of those Caoimhe. Okay? So you have the cuss, jas your right foot. So you're going to shas on the cuss clay, stand on your left foot first. Shas, Trasna, Arís, Ceol, good. That's it. Hain, Trasna, Arís, Ceol, good. Trasna, Arís, Ceol, good. Trasna, Arís. Brilliant, very, very good. So we try that just one a little bit faster again. Shas, Trasna, Arís, Hain, Trasna, Arís, Ceol, good. Trasna, Arís, Ceol, tree, Trasna, Arís, on her fad. Brilliant. So we've our timple our scoop and we have our Trasna Arís. So that's 3 steps. We're going to mix it up a little bit now and we're going to be a desa lesson scoop with the scoop. Okay? So this is the fun part. You'll enjoy this. Okay? So for this, I want you to just practice shasu, the barakini. Remember where your barakini are, your toes? So your shasu, the barakini. As you can see me just bouncing there. I want you to be light on your feet. So no heavy kind of jumping on your heels or the sole. No genishin. Just in the barakini. Okay? So what I want you to practice at this is Thomas Glein Har and scoop. So very important here, when you're Glein Har and scoop, I want you to keep an eye on the scoop so that we don't stand on it, because we don't want anyone slipping. And I also want you to try and keep the cussi lekela, keep them together. So you pretend there's maybe there's glue on the inside of both your legs and you're going to keep them lekela, okay? So we're jumping over, sula and scoop, cussi lekela, okay? So lekela, plain, Arís, lekela, plain, Arís, lekela, plain, lekela. Brilliant. On her fat. Okay? So what we're going to do is, we have little lanes like that around. We're going to try them a little bit faster. Arís, Nís Tapula, Hain, Do. 3, Hain, Do. 3, Hatter, 2, Shay, Shot, August, Gaeltacht. Okay? So you can lift your legs a little bit higher if you want. Mine aren't lifted too high. And Arís, Sula, Aaron, Scoob, Cussi, Lekela. Marsh it. Okay? So when we're doing this little lane, I want you to lane Trasna and scoop. So you're going to lane Trasna, but we're a casa tempo, turning around. So it's going to look a little like this. Lane, and then you have a little lane on the spot. Lane. Arís. So again, a casa tempo. So, lane. Arís. Lane. And spot that on the spot. Lane. And spot that. You can see my feet are still staying together, and I'm also keeping an eye on the scoop so that I don't slip on it. Because if I'm not looking, I might stand on it and then that will be trouble. Okay, so Ní Mhaolagáin ain can be no accidents at all. So the thing to remember here is toe the arm, take your time, cussi lekela, sula and scoop, and your cussa the curp, turning your body. Agus Aaron spot that. 3, Ahar, Mashit. And spot that, lane, and spot that. And again, suit the barakini if you can on your feet, because if we're heavy on our feet, it's not too great. Okay? So, what I want you to do is when we go Trasna and scoop, lane, and spot that, Ceol, bill. Cuss jas, right foot, Ceol, bill. Lane, August cuss the curp, lane, spot that, Ceol, bill, Ceol, bill. Lane, Arís, lane, and spot that. Lane, and spot that. Ceol, good. Now you don't have to be too, I'm not too fussy about what legs you use your Ceol, bull on, okay? So whatever you're comfortable with, but again, always try and use a balance between the gaw cuss of your 2 feet. It's important to use both the cuss jas and your cuss clay, okay? So we're going to try that 4 times, Cara or, August and Shilash and Yaw. So we're like, Haila, Hain, Do, 3. Lane, and spot that. Ceol, bill. Lane, and spot that. Ceol, bill. Lane, and spot that. Ceol, bill. Lane, and spot that. Ceol, Gaeltacht. When we're 3 lesson gyal with the music, so we'll go from the beginning. Timple and scoop Arís, Nája and Dermot. We have our Trasna Arís, and then we have our lane Trasna and scoop. Okay, so lesson gyal, and again, 8 lesson gyal, listen to the music. and tap your foot as you're listening to the cue. Okay. We've a lot of steps that we did today, but some of them were like those here. We're going back on steps that we've learned, so you should be okay with them. Neil Bro Yacker. Okay. So the next one again, I want you to lay in Haran Scoop like we did. This is Caoimhe Ní Mhaolagáin. Lay in Haran Scoop, but again, for this time we're not a casa, Niamaja casa, but we have faster legs. So the spine you made it, I'll show you. Lay, so, 3, 4, sol, 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 arash. So the most important thing here is, like the last time, Cosila Kayla, like Fack and Sharon Scoop, okay? And we're going to make our way up the bush. So, Tomaja Tosu Egg and Tara, we're starting at the bottom, and if you can, make your way up towards the top, okay? No huge big jumps, okay? Just a little bit of movement, I'll shake them off, okay? So, Caroline, Kane, Do, 3, August, Connor, Inga, Orwanella, Hain, Do, 3, Hain, Do, 3, August, Car, okay? So reach, seal, and scoop, sol, sol, bull, the cuss jazz on your right foot, sol, sol, bull, sol, sol, bull. So again, using 2 feet there. We're going to start again. Now this is a quick change when we're going back, and again, this is the really hard part because we're going backwards, so we can't see what's ahead of us. But you reach, seal, and scoop, cussi la Kayla, pain, so 3, Car, reached, cuss jazz, sol, sol, bull, sol, sol, bull. Okay, so button with 3 lash in a reach or manella, and then we'll try it with the kill. So, pain, do, pain, do, 3, Car, sol, sol, bull, rush, pain, do, 3, Car, sol, sol, bull. Lash over fall, okay? So button with 3 lash in, we'll try all the steps together to finish up. We've done a lot in this lesson, okay? There's an awful lot in it. Arish, just avra new, go back on what we've done. Sol, sol, boo. Trust it. Tipple and scoop. Uchtor. And knock off the grip. Okay? So uchtor. And then we have uchtor. A rash and scoop. Okay? Iver 3. Trasta. A rash. Okay, so that's a practice of the step that we've done. Then we have our lane. Again, cussi la Kayla, feck and turn scoop. Okay, say casa, turning your body. Lane, arrow and sputta. Sol, sol. Lane, arrow and sputta. Sol, sol. Boom. Karakeen. Opposition. Sis, okay, she's on scoop. Lane, go. 3, August. Here we go. So we're going to try them all together. Okay, we're going through them all. So again, bond 3 loss as best as you can. Okay, Jane ear up. That's all you ever can ask for. A good effort. Okay, and really concentrate on your dancing. Okay, so Arish, nodding down with the rinka shadows, with the shadows dancing. It's a nice old style. Okay, so you don't need any big high jumps, and your arms are also really loose all the time as well. So relax your body. Pogare, spin with 3 loss. So on piece, mash it. Masha ver fad posíla gum, go bhain tanmh, Stace na scuba and you. In our introductory, just cúpla céim, bhí galore came on, we came more on, so Arís, be a clock the clock, lots of practice, agus Masha, gan I riamh.